Sports have always been an important part of Philadelphia history. Many sports teams have come and gone. Also, many stadiums have come in and out of history. These stadiums include Columbia Park, Shibe Park or Connie Mack Stadium, the Baker Bowl, John F. Kennedy Stadium, Veterans Stadium, and the Philadelphia Spectrum.
First, we will start off with Columbia Park. Located within the block of 29th Street, Columbia Avenue, 30th Street, and Oxford Street, the stadium was built in time for the 1901 season. The cost of construction was $39,000, and it held 9,500 people. The capacity was eventually increased to 13,600. Opening day was played on April 26, 1901. The Athletics lost to the Washington Senators 5-1. The final game was played on October 3, 1908. The Athletics lost to the Boston Americans 5-0. The stadium was then abandoned and demolished later in the decade.
The Baker Bowl was home to the Phillies for 42 years. Located between Broad Street and Lehigh Avenue, the ballpark was praised when it first opened. In its later years, it was considered one of the worst stadiums in the National League. During a game on May 14, 1927, part of the outfield bleachers collapsed. Only one person died in the horrible event. The stadium was abandoned mid-season 1938 as the Phillies leased Shibe Park from the Athletics. It took until 1950 for the abandoned Baker Bowl to be demolished.
Shibe Park opened on April 12, 1909. It had a capacity of 23,000 people and was built at a cost of $457,167. The stadium was named after the owner of the Athletics, Benjamin Shibe. The Athletics played there until 1954. Because of the popularity of the team, people added seats to the tops of their roofs for games. This caused the owner, then Connie Mack, to raise the fence there. This was from then called the Spite Fence. When the Athletics moved out, the Phillies took their place, with the new name Connie Mack Stadium. The last game played there was on October 1st, 1970. The Phillies won 2-1 against the Montreal Expos. The stadium was then abandoned and fires wrecked the structure. The stadium was demolished in 1976.
John F. Kennedy Stadium opened on April 15, 1926. It was originally called Philadelphia Municipal Stadium. It hosted Eagles games along with a few baseball games, and also the annual Army-Navy game. There were also many concerts, including U2, the Beatles, Aerosmith, and Live Aid. The stadium was demolished in 1992 to make way for the new First Union Center.
Veterans Stadium, a true concrete donut multi-purpose stadium, opened on April 10, 1971. It held approximately 65,000 people and was constructed at a cost of $50 million. Originally, the stadium had fall-colored seats to make the stadium look like an autumn day, but they were replaced with blue seats in 1996. The stadium had very roomy foul territory, with the biggest upper deck in the league. The playing field was AstroTurf and criticized by fans and players alike. The turf at the stadium was responsible for ending the careers of 2 football players. The infamous 700 level was home to some of the most passionate sports fans in the country. Probably the most remembered event at the stadium was the Phillies winning the 1980 World Series.
We'll be back right after this.
The last game was played there on September 23, 2003.
Stadium is a building. The memories come from the great people who work here. The players who grace this field. Down the uniform of the fighting Bills. And most of all, the memories come from you, the best fans in America. We love you.
It was demolished by implosion on March 21st, 2004.
The Philadelphia Spectrum, opening in 1967, was home to many sports franchises. These included basketball, ice hockey, arena football, arena soccer, and tennis teams. The Spectrum was also featured in the movie Rocky. On July 14, 2008, Comcast Spectator, owner and operator of the Spectrum, announced that it will be closed and demolished in late 2009. It is expected to close on September 30th, 2009. Overall, Philadelphia has a rich history of showplaces and stadiums. All these places will always be in our hearts and our minds forever.
Together we're growing strong.